Welcome to another S&P Futures day trading recap, where I'm showing all my Apex account balances for full transparency. I'm also copying all my trades onto a TradeDay evaluation that I'll be providing an update on at the end of this video. I saw strong bullish momentum break through high of day with little resistance and had a bit of an impulsive entry trying to catch a piece of this momentum. My initial stop loss was below the most recent pivot low before the strong displacement, which was very far away, so I just entered with one MES contract. I was actually anticipating a potential attempt by bears to reverse price back down, and was prepared to size into my long position further down to fade a counter-trend reversal. As price action continued to develop, it became clear that bulls were still in control, and my lower retracement entry might not get filled, and I decided to size in above my entry to grab a bigger piece of the bullish momentum. Sure enough, price continues to push upwards, and I actually switched to one of my PAs that was on the copier, and set my profit target where I could get just enough to pass the withdrawal threshold, which quickly gets hit. I switch back to my main account and take profit on one contract after another surge upwards. As price action continues to develop, I see the buying pressure start to stall out and decide to just take profit when price retests the high of day. I see my go-to LFG setup form on the 1-minute chart and decide to take another shot long with one MES contract to start, and plan to add more contracts further down in case price wanted to grab more sell-side liquidity around the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of the huge morning pump before resuming upwards. Price was chopping around a pretty well-defined range before my entry, so I actually wanted to get filled further down so I could take most of my profits at the top of the range. Al Brooks teaches that when price is ranging, the most profitable strategy is to enter with limit orders and play the range. After chopping around some more after my entry, it actually flushes down and fills all my limit orders. I briefly considered moving up my stop loss, but I decided not to, because my original trade thesis was that I expected it to come down to test the 0.5 fib level before resuming upwards, so it didn't make sense to set my stop loss there. There was also a major sell-side liquidity pool there, which made it a high probability LFG setup on higher timeframes. Anyway, my original trade thesis actually plays out perfectly. Price does indeed test the 0.5 fib level and bounces off of it hard, so thank God I did not set my stop loss there, or I would have gotten stopped out to the tick before the big move. I was a bit oversized after all my contract adds, so I decided to take some partials on the way up, with the bulk of my profits being taken at the top of the range. I decided to leave a single runner with a stop loss below the liquidity grab and an aggressive profit target around the next major buy-side liquidity pool. Luckily, my runner target does get hit, and I'm able to secure a nice chunk of overall profit on this trade. Here's a summary of all my executions on the day. As you can see, I got pretty lucky with my last runner target. If I targeted the high of day, I would have gotten stopped out. But it was only one MES contract at that point, so even if that did happen, my risk for such an aggressive profit target was managed, and I wouldn't have minded too much. The more experience I have trading, the more I realize just how important risk management is. Sizing down to micros has been key to my recent upswing, as I'm able to set wider stop losses and stay in trades longer. Even if I get stopped out, the losses are much smaller with micros, and I'm less likely to go on tilt, which means more mental clarity and better decision making when trading. The other key aspect to my recent profitable trading is incorporating more discretion. Observing how price action develops and being able to use discretion to size in and take partials like I did in my last trade has been huge for me. My LFG setup, which I will make a video on soon, has become a general framework to help give me an idea of how price will move. If it appears to be playing out, I can size into my trades to capitalize on a correct trade thesis. And if it doesn't play out, I can exit the trade early or just let myself get stopped out for a manageable loss and move on to the next trade. Here's my TradeZella summary for this batch of Apex PAs. This equity curve certainly isn't looking too shabby, and I really do attribute it to prioritizing risk management and incorporating more discretion in my trading. I show this TradeZella summary and all my account balances in my daily community tab updates, and as you can see, I've successfully hit the $26,600 withdrawal threshold on 2 of the PAs, and I've already submitted withdrawal requests from them. These withdrawals will go a long way in covering the fees I've paid for my evals and performance accounts, and I hope these withdrawals are also proof that getting payouts from Apex is possible if you put in the work. Lastly, I just want to give a quick update on my 25K TradeDay evaluation. It's currently sitting at $25,450, and we have almost the full end of day drawdown to work with, so just gotta keep it up. I've been taking the same exact trades on a 25K Apex evaluation, That's at 25,490, which is a little higher because the Apex evals commissions are slightly lower than TradeDay's evals commissions. My Apex account's drawdown threshold is also slightly higher because it trails the account's maximum account value versus TradeDay's end of day drawdown. Anyway, there hasn't been much of a difference between them yet because I haven't been in too much drawdown yet, but we'll see where things go from here. If y'all want to start your own evaluations with Apex or TradeDay, you can use my affiliate links in the description and use my coupon codes for the best available discount. As always, thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you're notified of the next time I post a trade recap. In the meantime, I'll continue posting daily profit and loss updates in my channel's community tab.